Hey, evening, folks. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Wanted to go over a quick trade with you. As you guys know, one of the things that we're changing and doing in our chat room that I've been doing for my students is, typically I trade, a multi-$100,000 account. Usually two different accounts with 100,000 buying power, but obviously for a lot of my students, they don't have that type of capital yet. And so what I've been doing is narrowing down my focus. I've been trading a smaller account with $2,000 equity and max 2 positions, 400 share limit, and I am using margin, of course. Trading inside our fund, which me and about 150 of our other students trade in, and I'm day trading and showing them how to grow it. It's been an interesting experience because I haven't had to do it in a long time, trading that size of account, and of course only having 2 positions and those type of limits. It's given me some really good insight into what new traders go to, because a lot of times, especially like today, like when the market's really hot, you start to see so many different stocks like running around and rolling around, and typically I'd be like, boom, I'd see this and this and this. I'd be 2,000, 3,000, 1,000. I have 4 or 5 things going. A couple of them would explode. A couple of them would sit still. And I'd be sticking and moving my way. But what happens is when you have this type of limit and your account is smaller, obviously 1 or 2 positions is really all you can do. But also you just have to be so much more selective, right? Like you can't just go in and be like, boom, I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to take this trade. You have to be able to really ride them out. So, I had an okay day today. So I lost about $50 yesterday, I believe. Let me see here. Yesterday, yesterday, what did we trade here? So yesterday, I lost about $50, give or take. Let me find the. Yesterday I lost $50. I had an opportunity for some good days. I'm learning some lessons doing it this. So yesterday I had a good trade on VRX, a good trade on data, and then I lost a couple, so I ended up down for the day. I actually was up about a couple hundred on this JNEG, and so one of the lessons I've learned about trading the smaller account is, of course, you got to take your gains, but don't let a winner turn into a loser, because you only have 1 or 2 stocks. I mean, your focus should really be on that. When you have a lot more stocks, and I trade swing trading, day trading, write my retirement accounts. When you have a lot of stuff going on, of course, you may let one of them go, but if you're just trading one thing at a time, right, you should really have some total focus. And so I gave back a few $100 yesterday in profit, but today I nailed about 400, really off just these 1 or 2 trades here. And the setup was really, really simple. I think I still could have done a little bit better today. So I had FSLR, which was a PR earnings breakdown. So you can see the stock breaks down from these levels, and you don't have any support down here. And so I see the gap in the morning. So I'm running scanners in the morning for stocks with bad earnings. Right now, every stock is getting smoked on earnings, even stocks like Facebook and stuff that, you would think like the earnings looked awesome. Even they're getting smoked out. It doesn't really matter. It's just that's the environment we're in right now. And so I see this gap down, and just knowing this stock and having traded in the past, see like these big down days, I've seen this in the past where it's had these big monster days. And so to the downside, very rarely to the upside over the last couple of years. And so I know that this has the potential to really, really get juiced. And so, one of the things is once this stock comes down, I'm looking to get short this stock, right? So, I've got my stocks up, and, I got my watch list up. And one of the things you want to be doing is, in the morning, I'm just stalking this thing for entry, right? Now that I have this on my list, it's just a matter of, getting this thing really, really ready. And so, I trade off 5-minute charts, but my gut feeling on this today was that it was going to move really fast due to the market conditions, where the market has been really taking down stocks really fast. And so I knew I had to get in it a lot quicker today. So, I went in with a 1-minute chart, and I came in, I shorted this thing right at $37, a few hundred shares here. And I caught a quick spike, and then, we got another spike, and we trended down. I got rid of my last shares right around 35.55. So I made a couple mistakes on this. I think would have been good. Well, number one, when you get the right position, you want to be able to really ride this thing down. Like, you want to have your stock give you a reason to sell it, if that means anything, right? So like when you're day trading, I don't deal with targets, right? Because you don't know where this stock can go to when it has bad earnings. What I'm doing is looking for reasons to sell or reasons to get out. And where I made the mistake on this, obviously with growing a smaller account, you want to be taking quick hitters. But if you get a stock that's actually trending in your direction, you really got to be able to let this thing ride, because those are what you call account builders, right? You don't know which stocks are going to be the ones that drop $3, $4, $5. But what you do know is the characteristics and patterns that can lead to it. What's the stock's profile that would lead to, that type of elongated gain? And so, this stock was chosen for a reason, right? I have a huge stock list, huge watch list, but I chose this one for a very specific reason. And where I made my mistake was it had the characteristics, obviously, for that bigger move. And I took my first, half profits way too soon. Like it drops down 60, 70 cents and you're already selling out. That's probably a little bit soon, because I haven't had any reason to get out, right? This stock hasn't showed any reason to reverse or anything like that. If anything, it actually trended down till, really $32. Look at this thing, right? Lower lows and even a couple bear flags along the way. I got out way too quick, and I was done trading in the first hour. One of the things after yesterday where you give back profit and you take gain, one of the things I do when I have a day like yesterday where I was down $50 is I come in with the mentality I'm going to take the winner and get out if I have a nice chunk and I've covered my risk. And so, I was out of the game and kind of missed the rest of this, but that's something that probably cost me a few $100 more, right? And when you're dealing with a smaller account, every $100 really matters. And so a lesson learned, still a good day. And it's been a decent week so far, minus a couple mishaps as I'm kind of getting used to this. But I had the account builder today, and so that's the positive, is that I can see it, right? I know what stocks to get into, and I'm knowing exactly kind of how to start managing my time in terms of the positions. The thing I got to work on is, of course, if the volume is coming in and this thing is trending, then I got to really, really let this thing ride down. And beyond that, I didn't really do anything. Couple flat trades. I made about $100 on this DPLO, which is kind of a similar thing. I got out a little bit too early. I've been a little bit skittish, with my sells, and I think that's going to improve over the next week. But, I hit this thing as this trend line broke, and I ended up just kind of covering on the spike down at the VWAP, but it trended down all day, down to $12.95. So, that's another one where I really left $300, $400, $500 on the table. Patience. I had the right stocks. I had the stocks. What I'm looking for is right stocks that could be trending all day. Once I get in my entry, it's going to be doing what I needed to do so I can get that elongated gain. So I had good entries. I picked the right stocks, but I was selling out a little bit too early. So lesson learned, this market's been really good for just fading off stocks, even though the market looks like it's been flat. Underneath the hood of the market, you saw really a lot of carnage in a lot of different industries, from oil to tech stocks. Obviously, biotechs have been getting really smoked out. So it's been a cool market to trade because it's been so rangy of this year, and now that range has broke, right? We have been in a range for really since 2014, but we've been in a range since June, this new range, and now this range is finally broken. We're getting some more positive action, even though it's to the downside. You got to learn how to short, right? And there's faster money in shorting anyway, so that's something that I love to do when the market gives us the signal. We may get a bounce tomorrow, who knows, but I love the fact that the volatility is coming back in the market. I think that's going to help grow this account also. So, guys, I look forward to hearing from you. Feel free to leave me any questions or, sometimes I'm a little bit late on the responses on the YouTube as I'm working during the day and trading, but feel free to email me anytime, Canal@bullsonwallstreet.com, and I love to hear from you guys. Take care.